What's up, fellas? So hopefully you got some of those apps. Hopefully you got your brokerage. And hopefully you're getting some money together so we could get to it. Now, we're going to talk about how to enter a trade, right? After that, we're going to go into something less complicated, which is swing trades. All right, but first, I want you to be able to look at a chart and maybe paper trade and practice. So I'm going to tell you how the chart's going to look. So the chart is going to look just like a square. Now, you're going to have your RSI, your relative strength index here. It's going to look like a box. Right? Here, I want you to have the MACD. Divergence, convergence. Okay. We're gonna do $1, 75 cents, 50 cents, 25 cents, 5 cents, 1 cent. Okay. Now, what time does the market open? 9:30. So before that, you're going to be looking, set your screeners. There's going to be a screener on your brokerage. Set it for high volume. We'll talk about that too. Which is how many shares are going through, how many people are trading. You're going to set it for percentage, past 5%. And you're going to set it by price. Since most people are starting off, you don't want to be buying stocks that are $1,200, $1,500, $800. So we're going to set it with a $100 limit. Okay? Preferably, we're going to go into things under $10. For now, we're going to go into something that's worth $1. So, you're going to buy $100. You're gonna have 100 shares. All right, 100 shares. And poof, the market opens. RSI opens. MACD opens sideways. You're gonna see a 0, like a 1, and a minus. You're gonna see 50, 20, 60, 70, right? First candle. Be a buy candle. Now you see the RSI on the next candle. Go a little bit more up. See the MACD start to rise. This is an easy trend that I'm showing you here. The third candle is also a buy candle. The moving averages. It opens and they're all up. 50, 100, 120. That is a good buy. Buy it. Right? Now for our sake, let's say we bought $1 worth at a penny. Now it's about 2 pennies. Right? You get another big candle. Poof, you're up 5 cents. Then you get one that's a sell candle, red. But the RSI still is up. The MACD is still open. Also, you're gonna see candles that later I'll show you in a picture that they're gonna be growing, green. They're gonna be on the top, they're gonna be growing. Now you get a big candle. Now you're up 50 cents. Okay? But all of a sudden, you get a doji. When you get a doji, you see the RSI drop under 70. Now it's at 65. All of a sudden, the MACD starts converging. The next one is a shooting star. And now the RSI drops to 50. This converges even more. Get out of there. Sell. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. On the next one, it's going to converge. That's a death cross. You're going to get a liquidation candle. You're going to lose everything. Either you could sell here, or you sell immediately when you see the red here, because it's going to come. Alright? Not only that, now you got to wait. It broke the moving averages. If it continues, now, what's usually, let's say the red and the green, make it red and green so you know which is bearish. Now the green that was on top is now on the bottom. And now they're doing this. This is under the 20. Now you're in a bearish trend. The moving averages will start moving down. Eventually they'll flip. Okay? I'm going to show you live. Get it through your head. RSI, MACD divergence, moving averages, candlesticks. Study them. You want to become financially successful? You want to have financial freedom? I know I do. All you have to do is study this. Practice. On Webull, the one that I told you to download, it has paper trade. Practice the trades. Lower to the money you usually have, because it gives you $1 million. No, it doesn't give it to you for real, but it gives you $1 million like to trade. Lively trade on the live market. Lower it down to what you would have, and then use that and try to make it bigger. You have 2,000, try to make it into 2,500 in a week. Once you hit like the 5,000 mark, you'll be like, now I'm ready to trade. Okay? Let's go back to the MACD. So the MACD is exactly going to look like this. It's going to be under. Now I'm going to show you something different. It opens. Big green candle. So you're like, oh, I should get in. What is the MACD doing? The MACD is usually like this, right? It's a huge green candle, and this is green. It looks great. But on the following one, it gets smaller. Then there's another one that comes out like this. An indecision. And now it flips. Do not get in. This is red. the sellers are winning. The volume candles might be all green for your volume. But the leaders are the sellers, right? Also, it opened like this. But as the candles were going, it was starting to converge. Eventually, here, they almost touched. Death cross is coming. It crosses liquidation candle. A bigger red candle. But all of a sudden, a smaller red candle. And it starts converging again. Right? Starts converging again. Now, you get your first green MACD candle. And you get a small green candle. It's still about to converge, right? Now you get a bigger one. And this one is almost like there needs to be more than one, but this one, you could call it an engulfing. Get in right there. It converges. The next one is going to be a huge candle. Okay? Now remember, this is not 100%. Sometimes there'll be a big seller that steps in, but you can count your money on it. I'm going to get that right 90% of the time. Okay? I know it looks like Chinese, but trust me, after looking at it enough, you ever played video games? It's going to look like a video game to you. And all you're doing is passing levels. And every time you pass a level, you put another dollar bill in your pocket. All right? Now, relative strength index. That's going to be on top of the MACD. Looks like this. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Let's put a Bollinger. Boom, it opens. Green candle. Engulfing. It's going up. You're in now. Boom, you're up. It's over the 70. Complete bullishness. Green candle. You're up. Now you're up 100%. But check this out. The oscillator closes a little bit more, which is the Bollinger Oscillator. What's coming next is a rejection. You're up. You know what? Poof, you see the red? Sell. Sell, sell, sell. Get your profit. If it expands, I'm conservative. I'll sell my whole position. But if I want to stay, I'll keep 25% of it to see what happens. Next one rejects, but then the following, green. But this was completely out of the Bollinger. There, I'll sell 100%. No questions asked, I'm gone. Okay? Now, let's see how we protect our pocket. Oh, and when you see the RSI, this is the 70. When it goes over the 70, it's beginning to be overbought property. The Bollinger acts like a resistance and support. If the candlestick is under and this goes in, it will reject upwards you might be able to get a quick scalp. All right? Now, check this out. The Bollinger starts off like this, but as the candles go, it starts shrinking. It starts shrinking and it's like this. Be careful. People are shorting the stock. Now you say, well, Alex, what's shorting? People are selling at a high to buy at a low. So, they sell the stock without owning it. And as it goes down, they're making money. When they reach their price target, they buy the stock and they get the difference. Now, this is a potential for a breakout. And I'm going to tell you how that works. It's squeezing. MACD. Green. 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 Right? Green. That means people are building a position. It might still be doing this though, because people are shorting it. Now, if you notice, don't ever buy on the top of it because it only has that much movement. So you'll buy on the top of it and you'll end up in the negative, and then you'll just be negative, negative, and it might do this. It might start doing this. Now the moving averages are still doing this. That's a good sign. I got me a new marker. The moving averages are still doing that. That's a good sign, right? Now check this out. All of a sudden, it starts doing this. And as it does that, it starts moving up. Moving averages, they're up. Remember, 20, 50, 100, 120. What happens is, right, the people who shorted the company, they're losing a lot of money. Some of them have stop losses. All of a sudden, a bullish candle comes out, breaks the Bollinger, and it's pushing, it's pushing. You know what happens? Some people who have a stop loss, the stop loss gets hit, it triggers. All those orders come flooding in at the same time. Breakout. Bollinger expands. Huge green candle on the MACD. It goes from this to completely expanded. Or it was converged and it converges to a bullish trend. Okay? Now, I'm going to have to pull up charts and show you this live. But for now, moving averages, candlesticks, relative strength index, MACD moving average, divergence, convergence. Okay? Value weighted average price might be right here. Here, it broke the VWAP. It's a good sign. You might be going to the moon. Now something else could happen. This could happen. This is the MACD, and it was green, 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 and all of a sudden, you see a small red one. And this gets a little lower. And this starts pointing down. The MACD begins to do the same thing. But instead of the green being on the bottom, the green is on the top and the red is on the bottom. Get out. Get out, get out, get out. I don't care if you're down 3%, 5%, get out. The chart is saying for you to get out. You have the sellers winning. The shorts are obviously winning. It's squeezing even more. That's what's called a short squeeze. And it's about to converge. But on the opposite, bearish, death cross. It converges. If you're not out, poof, expansion, liquidation candle. You're in the negative. And I've seen liquidation candles that are $4, $5. If you have 100 shares, right? You have 100 shares, and it goes $1, that's $500. I mean, if it goes $5, that's $500. Right? Just like that, in one candlestick, that takes seconds. Just like it could go the other way. The thing about it is, you're like, oh, but that's so dangerous. If you read the chart, you'll see it happening. It's like a hole in the road. Are you gonna walk into the hole? I know people that walk into the hole all the time. I'm gonna walk around or go take a different street. There's people who they'll try to jump over it. Don't do that. Safety first, friends. Okay? So get that, and we will go on with something later or tomorrow. I have to go eat. All right, guys? We will continue. All right? So, again, I'm going to print this into your head. You guys are going to get it. You guys are going to get this. Moving averages. And ask Trade GPT. It's free. Ask it what it is. Look up the charts in Google. Moving averages. Look up moving averages for day trading. Some use the 10 and the 20. And the 40 and the 100. Or the 40 and the 50. You understand what that is. MACD. EMA. Write these down. Candlestick patterns. Shooting star. Dragonfly. Doji. Indecision doji. Engulfing. Right? Relative Strength Index. RSI. And we'll go on tomorrow, guys. All right? Or later on. God bless. Let's keep making that bread. And I'll see y'all later.